There it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Lou. Welcome, one and all. All the people out there in YouTube land. You. Yeshiva Tsama Nafshi and Romema Yerushalyim. Gesundheit. Thank you. And we're here to learn the Sefer Nefesh HaChaim, and we're in Perek Yud Aleph, Shar Aleph. The first gate, chapter 11. Not Hashem. Hashem should help us continue to go through this very wonderful sefer. Okay, so we said yesterday that the Malachim have to wait for Klal Yisrael to say Kedusha. Shachris and Mincha, they say Kedusha, three-pronged Kedusha, 3 psukim, and only after we say it, they can say it. And he's coming to explain why this would be, because Torah, why does the Malach need Klal Yisrael to say the Kedusha? The Malach is greater than the other, like we said before. But there is this aspect that we are the ones who are in the driver's seat, like the Nefesh has been saying. The Indian Amiris HaKedusha hu Allah's olamos, his kashrusam. The whole matter of saying Kedusha is a matter of elevation of all the olamos and connecting them one to the other. And we said before, Kol ha'olam ha'olam shemalav. Each world is on top of the other. The hosif kedushasam with siksuk ora, and they add on to their own kedusha and the brilliance of their light through the elevation that they attain from the mitzvahs of Klal Yisrael. Not from the. We'll see. What about the Malachim? How do the Malachim play a part? So Ein Behei Chalas Pekudei. It says over there. And go down to the translation. Elu miyamin oimim shira, umalim rotzlan lamala, uomim kodesh. Elu mismol omim shira, umalim rotzlan lamala, uomim bora. Kulei, mitzchabrim mikdusha v'kol elu sheyodin l'kadesh, l'adonam b'yehuda, v'kulam kurulim elu be'elu, v'yichud echad u'miskashrim ze b'ze ad shekulam osim kesher echad v'ruach echad u'miskashrim be'elu shelamala v'yos kulam echad v'hiskalel ze b'ze. That's the translation from the HaKodesh, the HaChaim calls it, which we have here. According to the very sefer, it's really the Zohar. This is where we were a few days ago, I think on Thursday, attempting to explain this Zohar over here. What is happening? Who is the Zohar speaking about? The Zohar is speaking about the Malachim. It's not speaking about Yisrael. Elu miyamin, these are on the right side. The right side of what? The right side of the Kisei HaKavod. They say Shira, Umalim Ratzlan Lamala, and they produce a ritzui, a goodwill, Lamala, above, Omim Kadosh. And they proceed to say the first pasuk of the Kedusha, which is Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh. The Elum is small, and those Malachim, referring to the Malachim, who are Mismol, to the left of the Kisei HaKavod. Omrim Shira. They say Shira. Umalim Ratzon Lamala. And this produces a great Ritzui above. Omrim Baruch. And then they say the second pasuk of Baruch Kavod Mal. Right? And then he does. Then he just leaves off the rest of the. He doesn't tell us about the third pasuk, unfortunately. Who would be the ones there? Maybe the ones in the middle. They say the third pasuk. Yimloch. Does anybody have the rest of the Zohar over here? Or you also have it cut off in your edition? I don't know why they cut it off. It's a shame. Okay.
You have a bunch of notes down here. I don't know if it discusses it.
Okay, well, before we get to those, let's just translate what it is that we're going to talk about. In other words, we should want to know what exactly happens in the heavenly court. What are the malachim doing over there? How's the formation? What happens? So this is what the Zohar is describing over here. That they first say Shira, and then they say their pasuk. The ones on the right, the ones on the left, and we're left in the dark over here about where the malachim are who are saying the third pasuk of Yimloch. And in any case, after that is all accomplished, Mischabrim b'kedusha b'kol elu sheyodim l'kadesh l'adonam b'yichuda. They all make a chibur, a connection in kedusha, b'kol elu, with all of these malachim. Sheyodim l'kadesh l'adonam. They really know how to sanctify their master, b'yichuda, in unity, together. V'kulam kolulim elu be'elu. They are all joined together, b'yichud, echad, in one unity over here. V'miskashrim zeh b'zeh. They connect one to another. Ad shekulam osim kesher echad. They make one amazing kesher, ruach echad, and one ruach, u'miskashrim be'elu shalamala, and they connect with those that are above. Lios kulam echad is kalel zeh b'zeh, to include one and the other.
What's Lehis Kalel?
From the word klal, to encompass. Klal, kolel, to include. Now,
so he says together and include about 10 times.
Yeah.
In this sentence.
Right. Basically, just simply, what he's saying is that the Zohar is not saying anything about Klal Yisrael. So I'm not sure exactly where the proof is that the Malachim wait for Klal Yisrael. It doesn't seem to be from this Zohar, because this Zohar is just describing the Malachim themselves, what they do. And as a result of their arrangement of saying the 3 psukim of Kedusha, as a result of that, the Olamos are united and connected very strongly one to another, and that produces what we're saying, the great flow of divine beneficence through all the olamos. So it elevates it elevates all the Olamos. This is why he brought the Zohar. He didn't bring this Zohar to tell us that Klal Yisrael says it. They wait for Klal Yisrael. He brought this Zohar to show us that this is in fact the inyan of Kedusha. This is what Kedusha does. It creates halos, halamos, his kashrusam, the elevation of the olamos and their kesher, they're tying one to another.
There's somehow a connection between Kodesh and togetherness.
Right. In other words, the very good. That the what causes the olamos to be elevated and connected strongly to one another is kedusha. And this is this saying of kedusha, like then we don't call it kedusha for nothing. This is like the ultimate producing of kedusha. Now, what we ask again? What is kedusha? So we'll now define it a little bit differently over here. The essence of kedusha is when the creations that Hashem created do Ratzon Hashem. That produces kedusha. It produces kedusha in the olamos. It elevates the olamos. It makes them more kodesh. And that's what we say in the Birkas HaMitzvah. We say, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. Blessed are you, Hashem, who created the world, who's the King. Asher kedishanu b'mitzvosav. And Chazal made in this bracha, they emphasized the fact that through the mitzvahs that we do, what are mitzvahs? Mitzvahs are doing Hashem's ratzon. That's what Hashem That's what Hashem commanded Klal Yisrael, and also the Ummos Olam. They also have mitzvahs if they care to do them, and we also have mitzvahs if we strive to do them. So the mitzvahs are Hashem's command to us. This is what He wants us to do in this world. And the Chazal say in the bracha, Asher kedishanu b'mitzvosav. They emphasize the fact over in that bracha that the mitzvahs are mekadesh us when we do the mitzvahs. That's an aspect of kedusha that the Nefesh HaChaim is not talking about over here. He's talking all about the olamos elyonim and about how they elevate all the olamos. But the Chazal and the bracha, they talk about how the doing of mitzvahs creates a kedusha in us. What does it mean it creates a kedusha in us? Mitzvah goreres mitzvah. When a person does one mitzvah, he becomes more kodesh. What does it mean that he becomes more kodesh? He wants to do another mitzvah. He sees the importance and he has the ratzon to do another mitzvah. That makes him more. Why does he have that ratzon? Why does he want to do that? Because he is more kodesh now. How did he become more kodesh? Because he did a mitzvah. The mitzvah is mekadesh him. And the same way with Oleinu Rahman al-Islam doing something which is not the Ratzon Hashem. The worst part, arguably, of not doing the Ratzon Hashem is the fallout from it. That afterwards he wants to do another thing which is not the Ratzon Hashem. He has more of the Yetzer Hara gets into him more, and he wants to do more something that is not the Ratzon Hashem. So this is what the Vilna Gaon says, that there's no such thing in a person as he's stationary. The Malachim are omdim, but we are holchim. We are moving. We are in transit. We are either going forward because we're doing mitzvahs, or we're going. If we don't do mitzvahs, then we go in the opposite direction. We're always moving. Okay. So now we got up to Ein B'Priyetz Chaim. Ein B'Priyetz Chaim, Perek Gimel Mishar Chazar Samida. Before Sham Kavanas Indian Amiris HaKedusha. So in this Sefer, he also speaks about what's the idea of Kedusha. He says over there, Shu halos v'his kashrus olamos elyonim. Okay, he says over again, he's bringing another source that this is what's going on. This is the essence, the idea of the recitation of the Kedusha. Lahosif behen al yidei zeh tosefes Kedusha v'or elyon. It produces a increasing of Kedusha and the Or Elyon, the upper light. Not just when you turn on the light over here, you get light. We're talking about the Or Elyon, Hashem's Or. Ulai mizeh yotzim min hagan shel Yisrael shenogim lahalos atzmon be'esa miras HaKedusha. Wow. You ever wonder why you... Now you know this. What's the halacha when you're saying kedusha? So you're supposed to raise yourself. In the first pasuk, you say kadosh, kadosh, kadosh 3 times. So each time you say that, you're raising yourself 1 time. Right?
Yeah, there are those though who haven't even heard of it.
What?
There are those who haven't even heard of that. They don't do it. The whole kudot.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't they do it?
They haven't heard of
I
it.
mean, they don't have the custom to do it. You mean?
Yes.
Not because they don't know. They.
No, they say they haven't heard it. I've pointed out to some people and say,
Oh.
I don't know.
No one told them that. Okay.
No.
You never noticed that that's what everybody
But they
does
haven't
when
got
they're
Art
shul?
Scroll, they haven't got the information in Art Scroll, the directions.
It never. Okay, fine. Okay.
People do a lot of strange things in shul that if you copied everything, you'd be pretty bizarre.
No, I'm just saying here, the person goes to shul and he says, I never saw that, I never heard of that. What do you mean? Like, how many times have you gone to shul in your life? That's what everybody does.
Right.
So, when you see somebody do something in shul and you don't know where he's coming from, if the person's a Talmid Chacham, he looks like a Talmid Chacham. No. Some people look like Talmid Chacham, they're not Talmid Chacham.
Yes.
Somebody knows the halacha, and if he's doing something you never saw that before, you gotta find out why you do that, because he knows what he's doing. If it's somebody that is an Am Haaretz, so then okay, that's maybe he's doing something that it's not and some of these things are dependent upon minig as well. It's not halacha. Some of the things, some people have the minig, some people don't have them. But this is halacha that's brought in Shulchan Aruch. This is what he's mentioning over here. And the second to the third psukim, what do? When you say the second pasuk?
Once.
Once, right? Very good. Just once. Right. And the third pasuk, also once. Right. So he's saying over here in regard to these. Did you ever wonder why do we do that? Ever wonder why you do that?
We're raising ourselves to the next level. Symbolically, we've got our feet together to symbolise the angels are stuck there.
Okay.
I thought that it's because since you're saying what the angels say, you're trying to make yourself more like an angel. So you put your feet together because angels only have one leg, and you're lifting yourself up so you want to get higher, like an angel is higher.
Remember, this one leg business is they call it not allegorical, but something. That it just simply means that they're rooted in the one spot, in one spot of Kadosh of Kodesh.
I thought it was because they had one mission.
Yeah, they had one mission. They've got one thing.
So
Everything's one with them.
You're focused on that one mission.
They haven't literally got one word. apparently.
Well, they don't literally have
We said this further back here.
wings either.
We can't?
They don't literally have wings either.
Well, that's what Yeshaya said that they have, though.
No,
Seraphim.
they're
That one kind.
they're angels.
That's what he saw.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But there are other angels that do have wings as well. It's sex though.
Yeah. No,
Alright, so
I'm not
maybe-
being serious.
That's where we got this pasuk from, actually, from Yeshaya.
Mm.
He's the one that witnessed this whole
With the
scene with the malachim.
Right.
Let's look at Yeshaya. Yeshaya above. So
What should they do? What, they don't literally have one leg? What do you mean?
We've got two legs.
I was told
It
they
says-
have one.
Yeah, same here. But we were told further back here somewhere, I don't know where, that it's a symbolic thing. So yes, so they've got their legs
they
are
put their legs together as
Yeah.
one.
and
That's what we're supposed to do when we daven also.
Yeah.
And people are not particular about this either. Because
Yeah,
it's not
I've seen.
so clear, they'll say in the Shulchan Aruch that you'll see the people that are telling you to not put their legs together also.
Mm-hmm.
So we
You know,
can't
some
say
people actually
anything
can't
against
put
that
their
either.
legs together physically.
But
Still,
why?
just because
Doesn't feel good.
no, they just physically can't do it. I know one such person. He can't put his
Okay,
feet
look,
together.
if he can't do it, he
He
can't
does
do
what
it.
he can, but
Really, one should do so.
hmm.
Okay, so what he says over here is not because we are trying to make ourselves like malachim. He says over here that this is because that is what the Kedusha accomplishes. Kedusha accomplishes a tremendous ha'alas ha'olamot, elevation of all the worlds. So we are when we say Kedusha, we're like acting out and being part of and joining in the elevation of the worlds that occurs through our Kedusha.
This Kedusha, it has to be said in the context of davening. I mean, I can't just sort of say Kedusha 3 times just when I'm sort of thinking of Shem maybe and maybe filled with some sort of
Inspiration.
inspiration to say it 3 times.
Well, the Kedusha that we're talking about here, that creates the elevation of all the worlds, is bedafka in a minyan. It's a davar shebe Kedusha. It requires 10. If you don't have 10, there's no Kedusha. That's one of the reasons why we wait for when we have 10 people we have 10 people that can answer Kedusha, because we need 10 people to participate in it.
I thought we only needed 6.
That's
So it's by Shachris, Mincha and
when
Musaf.
you're supposed to wait for 10. If you have a minyan of 10, you should really wait for 10. Why, you've seen that the people don't do that. They wait. What do you mean 6?
Well, actually, you need 10, but 4 of them could have davened already. You need 6.
Okay,
That
but when you're in a minyan and everybody's davening, you wait for 10.
right.
If you're in a situation that it's 10 o'clock and this guy wants to say Kedusha, okay,
You're trying to gather
whole thing
meetings
is,
together.
yeah.
You say to somebody, "Can you join us?" And he says, "I davened already." Then you might say, "Well, can you join us anyway?" Because you will still count for the 10.
Okay, but you still have to have 10 people that are answering to Kedusha. Not enough to have 6 people that answer to Kedusha, no.
Can you answer if you said it already?
Yeah.
You can still answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then you're okay.
Yeah.
But you can't have 5 people who already said it. Right? You have to have at least 6 that didn't say Kedusha yet. Correct?
You have to check into that.
That's what we say.
I heard 6. Now I'm not sure I got it right. I'm not sure. I've been in that situation where we can try struggling to get a minyan, and they've said, okay, we need to have 6 who haven't said it, but I don't know the source of it.
Okay. Hold, look it up. We need to look it up. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You find yourself in situations like that are.
It's like you're in an airport and you're trying to get a minyan together before you get on your plane. I had that happen one year in Naguri.
Yeah.
I mean, they were counting and people were saying, I already davened. And they were saying, well, come on anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Right. You gotta know. Yeah, I think it's 6. I just want to check. In the Shulchan Aruch, see what it says. Ze ein b'koach shum malach b'sarif lasoso ba'atzmo tchila kanal. This elevation, or forget about the elevation, but just even the actual recitation of the kedusha, he says, is not in the ability of a malach or a saraf, different type of a malach, to do himself before Klal Yisrael. Kanal, like we've said before. Kanal means keniski la'el, as we had mentioned above. Chaf nun lamed means kamo sheniski la'el, just like we've mentioned above.
Kamos.
Kamo or keniski la'el, as has been mentioned above.
Yeah, I've got it further to somewhere else. Chaf, Nun,
Zion, Reish, then the next word, Lamed, Ayin, Yud, Lamed.
Lamed,
Keniska la'el.
Ayin, Yud,
Lamed.
Lamed.
Okay. Lizos lo yiftach piv. So, on account of this, he cannot open his mouth, the malach. Ad alias hevel piem, until the ascension of the breath of the mouths of Kedushas Yisrael, of the holy nation of Klal Yisrael, Kibbutz Mata. Kibbutz Mata. Kibbutz. They're the gathering of Hashem's servants below. That's what we're called, the Kibbutz Mata. There's the Malachim that are upstairs. They're the Kibbutz Mala. And we're the Kibbutz Mata. But we're both really been sent on a mission. We just think the Malach, oh, he's the one that's sent on the mission. He's got to do this mission, he's got to do that mission. Whatever mission Hashem tells him to do, and he does it. And we're also supposed to do that.
Mata is above.
Mata is below. Okay.
The angels can't speak until they daven on the kibbutz.
Right. Okay. Ilu hayu kol Yisrael, bisofa olam biad sofa, and if the whole entirety of the Jewish people, from one end of the world to the other, shoskim chas v'sholom milomer kedusha, if God forbid they would be silent from the recitation of Kedusha and not say Kedusha, Mamela behechrich hayugam hema nishtakim vilahaktish Kedushasam. They also, the Malachim, would, against their will, perforce, be silenced from the recitation of their Kedusha. So says the Nefesh HaChaim. So he's bringing out a very interesting, important point over here, maybe that clarifies something for us. We still haven't heard a raya from this. Why is this so? So this is the from the Gaon V'Tzadik of Yisrael Eliyahu Weintraub. He was nifter about 10 years ago. He wrote a parish on Nefesh HaChaim. And he says over here that it's for this reason that the Nefesh HaChaim says that the Malachim cannot say Kedusha until we say Kedusha. He says it's axiomatic. And exactly as the Nefesh HaChaim says, it's the whole inyan is not simply praise of Hashem. That's not the inyan of Kedusha. That's not what it accomplishes. It's not just a shevach that the Malachim are doing over here. He says, because if that's all that it would be, then why can't the Malachim be Meshabeach Hashem in the absence of Klal Yisrael being Meshabeach Hashem? What's it dependent upon Klal Yisrael for? So he says, the Kol HaBriya Mahuta b'tivyuta amiris shevach lebore olam ki inyan perik shira. We have such a thing as perik shira. It's very popular today. All the animals, they have a pasuk in perik shira, and they all have their shira to Hashem. They all praise Hashem. They don't need man to do anything in order for them to praise. They can all praise on their own. That's their teva. That's the way Hashem made them. It doesn't depend on Klal Yisrael. So he says this is why it's mukhrach. It has to be like the Nefesh HaChaim says, that it's an inyan of elevation of the olamos, and that's why the Malachim can't open their mouth until Klal Yisrael says Kedusha, because that's the whole thesis of the Sefer over here, that everything is dependent upon the actions of Klal Yisrael. When it comes to affecting the Olamos Elyonim and having an influence, that's the department of Klal Yisrael. Zeu she'amar Hanavi. This is what Yecheskel said. Ba'amdam tarfina kanfeihen. What's the laimar? Kishi Yisrael lamata omdim shoskim. When Klal Yisrael below are standing and are silent. Mela tarfina kanfeihem shel hamone mala. Interesting. Mela tarfina kanfeihem shel hamone mala. The multitudes that are above, their wings are clipped. You ever have a bird? You have to clip his wings so he can't fly. But they were created to fly. That's why they got wings. They fly. They soar. There's a certain inyan of a wing that the wing is what enables it to go. To function, to produce. When Klal Yisrael is silent, the wings, as it were, of the not to say that they don't have wings, but that they're not able to do. Hamone Mala, the multitudes that are above, because they're all dependent. They're all dependent for their movement and their functioning on Klal Yisrael. Ki inyan amiris kedushasam ugam b'kanfeihem. There's a connection between their wings and saying kedusha. The Mamram Zal, like the Gemara says, Kasav echad oimer b'chulei. Oh, I love that. A pasuk says, whatever it says, they don't quote it. Hey minayu imatu, Amar Rabbi Chananel, Amar Rav, Osen she'omros behen shira. Okay, wonderful.
Chagiga.
Yeah, the more in Chagiga. Basically, he's telling you, go look it up. Don't have time to tell you what it says over there. Take a look over there and you'll see what I'm saying. Okay, good. Thank you. All these proofs. Okay, Ulazos. Let's go to the next paragraph. Hamon tzva'os mala, kasus yesh. Achas omeres kodesh, behem asrafim. Mashikosa behecholos. Reshis, bekudei, behechola, da-da-da, the source, srafim, ondim limal lo. The srafim, the pasuk in Yeshaya says that the srafim, they stand limal lo, above him. They call one to another to say, you go first because you're greater and more worthy than I. And they say, no, you go first. And they end up saying together, Kodesh, 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 etc., etc. Vashenis, Umasam, Mishabchim Yomrim Boch. And then the next one, who's opposite him, they say Baruch. Those are different types of malachim. Ofanim and chayos. Moshe Amru Abu Seinu. Reish Perik in the Nafshi. Ika Baruch, Baruch. Ofanim, Huda Amrlei. The Ofanim are the ones that say Baruch. So there's different groups, different kinds of malachim, and a different kind of malach says the different psukim of the kedusha. Moshe Sidru Anshe Knesset Agdola b'kedushas Yotzer. Shekol kat mikadeshes kefi makora b'shorsha b'holamos. Each group is mekadesh according to the source and the basis, their basis of their essence in the olamos. Aval Yisrael kibutz imata omrim shneihem kodesh ubarach. In other words, the malachim are like we said before. They're not they're sort of like a one shot they're a simple composition. They're not a combination of all of the different kochos that there are in the world. They are they have a singular mission and they have a singular essence to them. So therefore, it's only possible for this type of malach to say this pasuk and that type of malach to say the other pasuk. But Klal Yisrael says in Nefesh HaChaim, they encompass all the olamos. They say all the psukim. They say Kodesh and Baruch. Kolim kol hamakoros v'ashloshim yachad. Because they have the ability, Klal Yisrael, to encompass and to connect to all of the olamos with their recitation of kedusha. So they're shy to say in all the psukim.
So the malachim are only saying kadosh, kadosh, kadosh? I thought it said that they say the whole thing.
A different type of malach says a different pasuk. Not one malach says
all of it. Oh, I see.
Okay. The Srafim, he says, say Kaddish. The Srafim say Kaddish, and the Ofanim and the Chayos say Baruch. Why? Because, like we said before, they have a certain definite limited operating zone. So they only have the ability to elevate that that zone that they are connected to. But since Klal Yisrael is connected completely because of how Hashem made us, so we are able to say all the psukim. זהו גם כן עניין אמירס פרק שירה, שאומר ז"ל, כל האומר פרק שירה וכל יום, whatever it says. It's my personal pet peeve.
What?
When they quote something halfway and you're waiting to hear the rest of the quote, and they just say, etc.
It's got here a footnote of the Arha Rabbah, and here is a short ancient midrashic-like text of unknown origin that shall lend great importance. It describes a song of 85 components of creation.
Okay. Anyway, so without quoting the whole statement of Chazal, he just says on his own, Shal Yidei Amiris Ha'adam, also, through this that a person will say the Perek Shira, Shehu Kolel Kol HaKochos Kulam, he, the person, the member of Klal Yisrael, as we've been saying, he encompasses all of the powers that there are in the world. Hu no sein koach lahamalachim v'hasarim shel kol elu habrios sheomru elu hashiros. So with the recitation of the Perek Shira that of Klal Yisrael, this is what enables and gives the power of all the malachim and the sarim and all of the creations that it says over there that they say their own respective shira. But one Bria cannot say a pasuk different than the one that they're supposed to say because they're limited in their ability, like we said before. For Klal Yisrael, they could say the whole shira, and that gives the ability of all of these brios to also say their particular singular pasuk of Shema.
In the back. Yeah, like that. Like that to the back.
What's the idea of the requirement to recite Perek Shira every day? This is quoted Likutei Torah. That's a sefer of Chabad, I believe. Know that all the creations of the world have an angel over them, and that's a secret. And this is the secret. There's no blade of grass in the world which does not have a constellation hitting it and saying it to grow. Through this angel that bestowed and life force is drawn down to it, and this angel can only impact the lower worlds when he recites his shira. It's through this shira that he receives his life force, be able to bestow it on the lower worlds. Therefore, all of these songs are of the angels, and each one according to its kind. But that which is written in Perek Shira, that a person who recites it each day will merit many great things. The reason for that is, as you already know, that he created man in the image of Hashem, just as all the worlds are dependent on the shir koma of Hashem. So too, all the creations in the lower worlds grasp onto the shir koma of man, of the lower worlds. And through him, man are all, and through man, all of them are blessed. Therefore, one who recites Perek Shira knows how to focus on how the creations are hinted to within it, recites these songs. He causes a bestowal upon all the creations, and his reward is large. Okay, very good. So that's what we're saying. That's what he's saying here. Who knows saying koach l'malachim basarim shel kol elu abrios she'amru elu ashiros. Al yidei zeh hem moshchim biyusam hashefam lashpia v'kol hatachtonim. And b'zeh l'kutei Torah. Oh, he himself quotes the Kutei Torah over here. The Tamei Mitzvahs Parshas V'Schana. I thought L'Kutei Torah. Maybe it's a different L'Kutei Torah. Must be a different L'Kutei Torah. I don't think he's quoting the L'Kutei Torah of Chabad. It must be a different L'Kutei Torah.
The Kutei Torah, the Kutei means letters or
Likud means anthology.
anthology.
Like Leket, Shich, and Peh. You're gathering together in one place into your hands all the different sheaves that are available according to the halacha. The people have left behind. Leket. Like Likutei Moran, what does that mean? Selected statements from Moran.
Enjoy.
Okay. Got up to your base.
Hmm?